Brucedropemoff was right all along.
So stop viewbotting. Everybody in the streaming industry, stop viewbotting, bro. Stop trying to make yourselves seem bigger than what y'all is, bro. Just work for that game.
Oh, this is about the viewbotting. I heard every single streamer does it now. Like, every single. Not like, yo, every single one. It's crazy.
Really starting to look like Brucedropemoff was right this entire time. So about a year ago or so, a huge portion of the internet would completely turn their back on Bruce. Now, to be fair, it definitely seemed reasonable at the time to not really like Bruce, as every single time he would turn on the stream, it seemed like he would have a drug-induced crash out that would cause him to completely act a fool.
And overall, he was just doing too much, bro. Like, he was dissing, like, everybody in the industry. He was talking shit about, like, some of his day was Rage, Kai, like, he was just doing too much, bro. He just seemed fake.
Camera.
Bro,
Acting like a child.
money, bro. You can't compare to me with money, bro.
I can't compare with you with money.
Rich niggas trying to flex in front of their chat, bro.
You can't, bro. You can't compare to me with money.
Yo, hold on, wait. I don't think
This lame man, bro. You shouldn't even add me to this, bro. This nigga's.
And looking back on this,
Yo, Loki, who going man for man? Yo, you think Bruce and DDG going man for man with each other? Who you got, bro? DDG or Bruce? Who makes more money?
these were definitely drug.
I'm gonna put my money on DDG because I know, like, his whole identity is about money. Bruce, I believe he made money though too.
Crash outs. Nothing has changed there. But little did we know at the time, Bruce was just trying to warn us about the future of streaming, because he seemed to know exactly where it was headed.
Started streaming less when the game started getting bought. When I started seeing that, it pushed me away from streaming. It kind of made the game got twisted, bro. It's kind of like people are working or streaming for the wrong things. It's not because they want to build a community, it's because they want money.
So the initial hate on Bruce really started almost 2 years ago now, back in October of 2023, when there were some messages that were leaked of Bruce talking behind the backs of Lil Yachty, Kai Cenat, and Your Rage.
the nigga sent me an essay, my nigga, apologizing. Then after I gave him the benefit of the doubt and I said, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I really didn't expect that from you and I appreciate you. And whatever you need, I'm here. I'll be cool. It was never no beef and shit. He says that, then still goes into a DM and say that, bro.
And if you didn't know, Bruce...
Fake energy. That's why people dissociated themselves with him. But on to the topic of him talking about streaming and fake botting. I'm gonna keep it a beat. Oh, I've been looking around the internet recently, and I see a lot of people calling out streamers for botting and wondering who it is or who. For what I've seen, apparently, I think everybody's doing it. What Bruce was saying earlier in that clip, he probably was trying to tell y'all, like, everybody's botting. Everybody's just fake. And if you don't know what botting is, it's basically increasing the viewers or buying fake viewers to make yourself look bigger than everybody else. So let's say, for instance, right? Maybe let's just use we'll use Lacey, if y'all know who Lacey is, right? Let's say he typically averages like 14,000 viewers. Let's say his company or his management Faze wanted to make Lacey look bigger for brands or just clout purposes because people follow and flock like sheep. They'll basically bot his stream and turn it from 14K to like averaging like 25K, which the deal, like, it's a situation, but like, I mean, if you're a viewer, you like their content, who really cares? But at the same time, it just makes everything fake.
Brucedropemoff, Kai Cenat, and Your Rage used to be really close, and they actually streamed together very often. I believe they called it Boys Night, and these streams were insanely popular. Even the re-uploads over on YouTube, a lot of the times were gaining millions and millions of views. So obviously, when these messages...
I'm gonna be honest, this shit was overhyped as hell. Like, it was good as a fan or viewer back then. It was nice to watch. But the way y'all talk about it, bro, it wasn't. Y'all acting like this was like the greatest thing ever. It was just a cool content to watch.
Came out of Bruce talking shit behind their backs, it was a huge deal. And the fan bases of both Kai Cenat and Your Rage would immediately turn their backs on Bruce. Now, admittedly, looking back on it, the messages themselves weren't that bad, but the situation was. Because Bruce was basically pretending to be buddy-buddy with Kai Cenat and Your Rage, while he was secretly talking shit behind their backs to his top mods, which is obviously some hoe behavior. And after Kai Cenat and Your Rage would come on stream and talk about how pathetic this was on Bruce's part,
Bruce got exposed, bro. Bruce dropped him off for some reason, trusted his mods, niggas he never met in his life, but like pillow talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I don't know why. Never met these niggas in their life. Like, I don't condone no leaking shit. Like, what the f did you expect? That was just bound to happen, man.
Like, I mean, trusting people that you don't know, it's like, nigga, what? Especially like talking shit about other big name creators that they know. Second, you don't pay that nigga. He's spilling all of the information you told him. He's gonna hold it over your head. These are people you pay that you don't know. That could be fans of the other people you're talking about. Why would you do this, bro? Like, if you're gonna talk shit about somebody, do it with your day ones who don't really care. But like your mods, you're just being weird.
A lot of people would turn their backs on Bruce, and although after this situation, Bruce would start to be painfully honest about the streaming community and start calling out everybody on their bullshit, because of this situation, a lot of people would just kind of ignore him. But little did we know at the time, Bruce was gonna start slowly exposing everything he knows about the streaming game. A few months later, Bruce would actually expose Kai Cenat for pretending to like Adin Ross, when in reality, he didn't.
Every time Adin name come up, they do some little malicious shit with their face, bro. That's not being friends, bro.
Now at the time,
I believe that. Especially with what we're seeing right now with Kai and Adin, I believe that.
Saying this, Adin Ross and Kai Cenat were actually pretty close.
But I think this was mainly a lot because of like, well, I don't even speak.
Who is it, bro? Is it Michael Jordan?
All right, close it. Open here.
What the fuck?
And they were actually—
It's crazy. Nigga was buddy with him, but was talking shit about him. That's wild.
making content together.
Hey, that's how
fairly
concentration
consistently.
goes, though. Yeah. Not like a big thing that people often get misconstrued is that if we collab together on camera, that we cool off camera. A lot of these content creators, they'll collab with each other on camera. They'll be buddy on camera, but off that shit, they hate each other. They can't stand each other. I'm telling you, bro, this shit fake. Like, you got to think about it, bro. Every single person who does content is a master manipulator in some way. Why do you expect them to be real people? They've used their platform to manipulate viewers, manipulate the people, to like them in some certain way. Why would you expect these people to be the best moral characters or be the most realist people? That's just not true. Most people who do content are fake individuals. That's cool though, because they're making money off of this shit. They don't care. They don't care that they fake. But you just gotta look at shit like that, determine that shit, and understand, okay, are we really cool or are we just working together, bro? It's like unfortunately, it's like a thin line because we all like see it's in our best interest to be cool with each other, right? So we're all gonna be nice to each other. But you got to really identify who's really your friend and who's really just a nigga you do content with. You really got to identify that.
Yeah.
Like, you've done this?
Nope.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's my first time doing NDA. I put Kai onto this, trust me. How long have you guys been doing the NDAs for? It's good. There's too many weirdos. You have to.
But this was also around the time that Adin Ross would get permanently banned off of Twitch. And although at the time of me recording this video, Adin Ross is now unbanned on Twitch, this ban would last around 2 years. And we really didn't know this at the time, but apparently after getting banned on Twitch, Kai Cenat would essentially completely ghost Adin Ross.
I hit him up.
Well, damn. As soon as he can't do content with him, he ghosts him? Shit. Hey, that's tough though. But hey, they're just collabing partners. Like they are business associates. They're doing business together. They're not really cool. All right? That's how we see it. That's how Kai sees it. So if Adin doesn't see it and he still thinks they're cool, he needs to either change his mindset or become actually cool. But it's clearly obvious they're just associates, bro. They're not really friends.
That's nuts. Cause I remember when Adin texted Kai and was like, yo, could you say something about this? This is unfair. How her son get unbanned after one day for saying somebody should be killed, and I didn't get unbanned, and this nigga Kai didn't even reply to Adin.
Tell you, they're not really, they're not real friends, bro.
The only people that tweeted something out was Faze chat.
And he would instead start to collab with a lot of the same people that Adin Ross was collabing with, and he would completely take over as the #1 most subscribed streamer over on Twitch. And it wouldn't be until Adin Ross was actually unbanned on Twitch 2 years later that him and all of the people around him would start to call out Kai Cenat for ghosting him over the past 2 years. But of course, Kai Cenat would come on stream and he would consistently claim otherwise.
I'm on Adin like 4 times a week. I try to, or like 3 times a week. I try to take him on like 3 times a week to make sure that he's fine and shit like that.
That's a lie. Apparently that's a lie. But as we've seen in history with Kai says what the chat likes, bro. I'm gonna keep it a beam. I ain't dissing, bro, but he does. Kai is the perfect streamer in that aspect of just saying whatever the chat likes. So it's clearly obvious. You can tell, but I don't know.
But yeah, bro, you gotta understand, bro. I ain't gonna lie. As long as he come back valid, he gonna be good, bro. You feel me? It's a
What
lot
really
going on.
happened is once Adin got banned off of Twitch and Kai couldn't really benefit from collabing with Adin, he stopped talking to him because he didn't really like Adin. Which, again, a lot of content creators do this. So if y'all gonna bash on Kai for doing it, bash on everybody else. A lot of people do this. But simply just means they were associates. They weren't really friends. And maybe Adin didn't realize that. I don't know. I just don't like how Kai's trying to claim that they friends when you're obviously not. Just be real about that.
He gonna be straight.
Eventually, all of this would come to a boiling point.
I'm Adin, and you over here talking about, yeah, I just texted Adin, whatever. I look at my phone, I'm still undelivered. I'm gonna call your ass out because that's crazy. You're not just finna lie blatantly.
When Adin Ross's community would go into Kai Cenat's stream and start spamming, Adin Ross is calling you.
Stop Phantom from shooting, because when Phantom gets hot, he gets hot. So as long as Phantom's not open shooting, we're good, bro.
Oh my God!
Just stretch it out.
Listen, bro, clog the paint, because Chris can't shoot a jump shot.
Yo, everybody's spamming it, bro. Yo, I don't understand why he doesn't just address this shit at this point, bro. Stop ignoring the elephant in the room, bro. This is how situations like this end up happening.
And help me with Duke fucking blows past me, gang. All right, bro.
What are we doing with the art, bro?
And Kai would do his best to ignore this, but you could tell by his reaction, he definitely could see the chat. And this would cause Kai Cenat to eventually come out and explain exactly why he stopped talking to Adin Ross.
As a nigga of color hop onto the stream, it's straight watermelon and gorillas, nigga.
Now, whether or not you think Kai Cenat is right or wrong in this situation doesn't really matter. The honest truth is, all of these
if you finna say that, then don't claim to be cool, bro, publicly, bro. If you don't, like, and that's the only thing I don't like about Kai in this situation. If you don't fuck with bro, just claim it. Once he got banned off of Twitch, you couldn't really benefit from talking to him or being with him. Just keep it real. I don't fuck with bro no more. That's all you gotta do. You don't gotta be friends with everybody.
Are fake as fuck, and none of them actually like each other.
You don't gotta be
The
friends with
streaming
everybody.
community is full of some of the fakest, most egotistical people I've ever seen in my entire life. And when the situation initially happened a few months ago, I don't think anybody even realized that Bruce actually called this out a whole 2 years before it actually happened. And that would certainly not be the last time that Bruce would do this. And although the things he would call out would progressively get crazier, he would continue to be right. So last summer, Bruce would be streaming when he would randomly crash out on Lacey and the rest of the Faze guys.
Nigga, you think I give a fuck if Lacey is live? Nigga, fuck that fat white ass nigga. You think
Damn.
I give a fuck? Fuck, nigga, fuck Faze.
Now looking back on this stream after everything that's happened over the past year, this crash out was absolutely valid and honestly hilarious.
But how is it hilarious though? Like, I mean, how is it valid? Like, okay, yeah, they faking shit, but how is that valid, bro? I don't know. Did Lacey do something to him?
Oh shit!
I'm curious.
The shortest nigga going down first. I swear to God, the shortest nigga going down. Who can't fight? The shortest nigga going down
some
first.
drugs
The
or some
shortest
shit.
nigga going down first.
I don't know what he on, but
And
he
who
on
the
something.
shortest? Name him. Who the son? Son. Oh my God! Let's really talk about it. Oh my God! Now let's not even talk about Mister. Who I'm talking about, Chad? Who I'm talking about?
What are you
And
talking?
then look. Who I'm talking about?
Why you grabbing your ass like that, my nigga? Like what?
Oh, freaky! Hey, I'm making freaky here, fuck.
But it
are you
would be
even
what
talking
Bruce
about?
said after the Faze Banks call that we all probably should have listened to a little bit more. Because after Banks was done crying on the phone to Bruce,
What?
Yo, just know I'm smacking the shit.
What? Okay. Oh,
And fucking your bitch.
for real?
But I'm gonna take one for the You're a pussy. Watch. I'm gonna make.
You know what's funny? He low-key actually did that. I remember this whole issue because Bruce broke up with his girl, like, I think around that time. Bro, Banks literally flew her out to a party and word around the street. He cracked that shit.
Take an
Shit
example
crazy.
out of you. You're a little bitch. You're a square little bitch. You ain't about it. And we both know that I'm fucking your girl first thing tonight, tomorrow. So somebody listen
That's
to this
crazy.
that. Peace out. You fucked up, homie.
You fucked up, homie.
You done?
I don't know what be going on behind the screens, bro, but shit must have got crazy, bro.
You just embarrassed your whole team, twin.
he would say this.
And just wait. Wait until y'all see that crypto shit that they up to, twin. They got something cooking.
Oh, he was right about that. He was right about the crypto.
These niggas trying to, hey, bro, I ain't gonna say too much. I'ma just laugh for right now, bro, because y'all don't get it. So I'm going to just laugh, bro. But just remember what the fuck I'm talking about, bro.
Nah, he was real about that.
And for the most part,
Banks had a whole Rico about that crypto shit.
Everybody would just kind of ignore Bruce when he said that, especially because bro was absolutely tweaking during the rest of that live stream.
He was
and after the Kai Cenat situation, Bruce just kind of seemed like an unreliable source of information. But little did we know, Bruce knew exactly what he was talking about. And
I think Bruce knows what he's talking about majority of the time. I really look at Bruce as like the Kanye of streaming, besides like the artistical whatever. Bruce just says how he feels, bro. He really does. Same with how Kanye does. And a lot of times Bruce knows what's happening. He's just the only one who's gonna speak up about it. Same thing with Kanye.
Exactly a year later, Banks would in fact get exposed for crypto scamming when Adin Ross would call him out for rug pulling MLG coins.
Check MLG? Yeah, let's check it out. I actually have not been looking at MLG. Let's see what it's at. Brother, there is no way my MLG is down this much fucking bread. This has got to be fake. I'm sorry. I don't believe this shit. I'm sorry. There is legit no way that my MLG coin is at 17 bands when I put 50k. Like, why the is my coin is I paid 50k and it's at this.
And that's when everybody would find out that Banks has
50k ain't nothing to Adin, bro. That's a day of streaming, bro.
Been doing this for years. Now, I did actually make a video on the Faze Banks scamming situation if you are interested in hearing more about that. But man, Bruce really did try to tell us about all of this well over a year ago, and nobody wanted to listen. Now, at the time, it definitely seemed reasonable not to listen to Bruce like I've said throughout the video, but this really just leaves me wondering, what other slimy shit are these people doing behind closed doors that all of them know about, but nobody's saying anything? But thankfully,
The botting. I feel like everybody's known about botting. I feel like everybody does botting. Like, that's been a known thing. Because it's like, okay, certain streamers who are big right now, who like are averaging crazy numbers out of nowhere, it's like, how did you really do that? Rakai, I'll say shit. I don't care. I'll say whatever. Like, some of y'all streamers, bro, y'all averaging like 50, 70, 100. You really think that many people are watching you live? For the Lil Tay stream that Rakai had, 100,000 watching Lil Tay? Are we serious? Because I hope y'all know, okay, I'm gonna keep it a beat. I don't know shit behind the scenes, but I'm not slow. I can put 2 and 2 together. Who do you really think's botting? The people who come out of nowhere automatically just get big? DDG. I'll call out names, bro. Because I don't know. This is all alleged. I don't really know who it is. But you can make assumptions. You can just see shit that's not natural, bro. You just know that some people are botted. That's all I'm finna say.
Bruce is willing to tell us. And for a while now, Bruce has been talking about people viewbotting their streams.
And a lot of them niggas viewers ain't real. So stop viewbotting. Everybody in the streaming industry, stop viewbotting, bro. Like, I'm talking to y'all niggas as streamers. Y'all niggas know who I'm talking to too, bro. Stop trying to make yourselves seem bigger than what y'all is, bro. Just work for that shit, gang.
And he said this pretty consistently for well over a year now.
The majority I know, bro, niggas is using bots now to come up. So, and they're buying them. They're paying.
I'm just gonna say it. Everybody on Kick, I know bots. Like, but shit,
they're real. I don't know how smart you niggas are, but if you really do the math, a lot of shit don't add up.
And without a doubt, a lot of people have known that these streamers are viewbotting for quite a while now, but you can just tell by the way Bruce says it. Not only does he know 100% that people are doing this, but it also seems like he knows people personally that are viewbotting, which is obviously interesting to think about, because the majority of people that Bruce knows that are streamers are top streamers in the game. And like I said, it's been pretty obvious for a while that these streamers are viewbotting. They've been getting exposed pretty badly over the past few days at the time of me recording this video. So Twitch recently came out with an update attempting to get rid of some of these view bots.
They're not gonna do that. And let me tell you why they're not gonna do that. Look, Twitch has zero discoverability on the platform. The only way that Twitch is big, the only reason why Twitch is big is because the Kai Cenats of the world, the Jinxies of the world, the AMPs, the Phases of the world are averaging crazy numbers of viewerships, bigger than TV, allegedly. So advertisers are funneling in and throwing more money to them because they think that they're getting more viewership there than from television, right? Also, the Twitter hype, the TikTok hype, that's the only reason why Twitch is making money right now, because of the hype. I guarantee Twitch has been knowing about the viewbotting for years. They probably encourage this shit. They probably tell you to do it because it makes them look better, bro. I'm telling you, if Twitch really cooked viewbotting, the platform would go dead. Because everybody will realize how many viewers people are really averaging. They realize, yo, niggas don't really got motion. Because right now, the only reason why Twitch is so popular is because it seems so popular. People think that's where the motion is, right? That's the only reason. But if you really look at some of these viewers, some of these streamers, look at how much they average, look at what they got, you'll see shit don't add up. It's one of the best well-kept secrets in streaming, but a lot of shit doesn't add up.
And although it didn't get rid of all of them, because that's literally probably impossible, it definitely worked, as Twitch viewership is apparently down 24% in just the last week. And over the past couple of days, XQC has been on Twitter attempting to expose the view bots as best as he can. So a couple of days ago, XQC would drop this thread over on Twitter. He says Twitch has cracked down on bots in the last 2 to 3 days, and view botters / victims of view botting have been exposed. Streamers that are part of groups / orgs are seemingly being botted much more heavily. I don't want to start witch hunts, but the data is interesting.
He's talking about Faze and AMP.
And then down below, he would actually show a screenshot of someone's analytics. Now, apparently, these were actually your Rage's analytics. Honestly, I don't really care about that.
Oh, wow. This is your Rage's analytics? Wow. I didn't think Rage was getting botted. That's crazy.
I've said a million times in my videos, I think all of the top streamers are view botting. Whether that's true or not, I'm not entirely sure, but that's what it looks like to me. And quite frankly, I don't think this screenshot was the best one that XQC could have picked to—
Wait, hold on. I just thought about something. Do y'all think this is why Max also left Faze? Because Faze was botting his shit, right? And they started botting Jason more heavily, allegedly, because they seen he was the golden boy, and Max got jealous of that shit. That's why he can't talk about it. Y'all think that's the reason why? That's just a hypothesis that I brought up, but you never know.
To help prove his points, because if you actually look at it, there's only 2 streams in this screenshot that look significantly different than the others, and your Rage had a pretty good excuse for why that was the case. But XQC would continue and give his take on why view botting is so bad. I've been thinking, why orgs would bot so heavily? Then the answer seemed almost obvious. Talent agencies receive a percentage from ad streams their talent does. By inflating their streamers, they can sell massive ad packages in bulk and take in much higher sums. To put simply, fraud. This doesn't seem like a problem for most, but it's the silent killer. It kills the industry as a whole. It lowers discoverability for smaller streamers significantly. And
yeah, if I'm a brand, I'm not investing in streaming at all. I'm gonna keep it a beam. Once I find out about bots, I'm not investing at all. Because what are you talking about? Thousands of your viewers are not real. What are we talking? Like, yo, what? I'm giving you $100,000 to promote my product. You're telling me you don't average 30,000, you only average 5? What? Hell no.
Down their income if they ever make it at all. So whether or not that specific screenshot that XQC chose to show is an actual example of view botting or not, the truth is they're 100% real, and the streamers that are using them are slowly killing the streaming industry, and they don't even realize it. Now, when XQC made this post, it really caused a stir in the streaming community. That first post that I showed you has over 5 million impressions on Twitter alone, and it wouldn't take long for people to find out that the screenshot that XQC posted was in fact your Rage's. But like I said, he had a pretty solid excuse for why his numbers looked like that for 2 streams. But your Rage would also say this.
I can't say names, but there's literally a streamer right now that literally told me, I'm not gonna say his name because he can come out and say it when he wants to say it. He's probably gonna say it soon, that he's being botted. Yet he didn't get hit. He's a top streamer that has been being botted for months, and he's not hit. And I'm getting hated on. And that body probably live right now with 30,000 in there right now. Which also led to him showing me DMs of the person that gives him the bots working with a streamer that's whatever. I'm losing track.
Faze. He's talking about Faze. I'm letting y'all know that right now. When context clues, he's talking about Faze.
I'm getting off topic. I'm getting off fucking topic.
Now, he did specifically say that this person is being view botted, not that they're actually view botting themselves. Now, whether that's true or not doesn't really matter. What matters is the fact that your Rage just confirmed that view botting is 100% real, which let me know if I'm wrong. I feel like nobody has said anything about this before, despite the fact that it's been going on for years. Like, for some reason, after view botting got exposed, everybody's a fucking victim all of a sudden. Clearly these people have known about this for years, just nobody said anything until they had to, so they can—
them brands, they don't know about this and they're paying crazy money. This is fraud, by the way.
Clear their own name. Stable Ronaldo also came out to talk about the view botting allegations that he was getting, and he also admitted that he had prior—
But I'm gonna keep it a beam. If you view bot, in my opinion, I think you're weird. And the reason why I say I think you're weird is because let me say it like this. I understand it completely. It's a smart thing to do because people, what monkeys do, what monkeys see, monkeys do. All right, you feel me? If somebody's popular or looks popular, right? Let's say it's a streamer, whatever, right? He averages 1,000, right? But on all reality, he view bots, so he really only averages 250, right? If you seen a streamer average 250, right? And then you see another streamer averaging 1,000, who would you rather or more likely be more likely want to click on streams? I worded that completely wrong. Let me re-say that. If you went on Twitch right now, you see a guy with 1,000 viewers, you see a guy with 250 viewers, right? Who would you rather click on? 1,000. Naturally, because what's more popular or what seems more popular will probably be more entertaining. That's all this is. If you seem like you have more emotion, people will click on people will give your content more of a chance rather than if you don't. So that's all that's happening with this. I still think it's fake and you shouldn't do that because in all reality, you're cheating the process. I'd rather earn my viewers and earn my views rather than cheating to get it. So I will say that.
Management that actually offered to viewbot him as well.
I could have botted my way here, and I will be honest with you, bots were a thing for years, by the way. For people who think that there isn't bots for years, I've had old management, yes, old management that people don't even know about, who were like, yo, Ron, if you go to Kick right now, we will bot your numbers on Twitch so you can get a stake deal so that when you go to Kick, we'll also bot your numbers and we get a %. That's what I was told. I'm exposing it right.
So that's now the second confirmation that we have that viewbotting is real after years of nobody saying anything about it. Of course, except for Bruce. Bruce is literally the only one that's been trying to tell us for years that these people are botting, scamming, lying, and manipulating you. And for the most part, nobody wanted to listen to him. I certainly wasn't. I can admit that, but I am now.
Yeah, it's gonna make you money, yeah. Like if you do that shit and you keep doing it, it's just catering to that shit is the easiest thing ever in the world, man. Easiest shit ever in the world. You know how easy it is to put bitches in front of niggas' faces and act like y'all dating or whatever the case may be. I've never shown y'all that.
And the truth is, Bruce just might have been a little bit too real for the internet. At least for the streaming community. That's full of nothing but fake people that will do absolutely anything to get to the top of the streaming game and make millions and millions of dollars. Because at this point, that's what's on the line here. But with all that being said, that right there is where I think I'm going to end this video.
The translation, if you viewbotting, you're low-key selling yourself. I'm not gonna lie, you selling your pride and morals just to get money, to get more fame. It's smart, but that's what you're doing. Bruce ain't want to do that. He still got here. It just took longer. But now, and let's not act like his fall off was because he was being too real. Like, he fell off because he was being fake. Or he didn't even fall off. He stopped streaming because he was being fake. And people were exposing him. People didn't like him for being fake. But with certain shit, he wants to be real with. I'm just keeping it a big. If he stayed real the whole entire time, he wouldn't have talked shit about Kai or Rage. Or if he did, he would just dissociate with himself. Or dissociate with them publicly too. So let's not act like he's too real for the streaming industry. He felt like he stopped streaming because people stopped fucking with him because he presented himself. Well, people found out that he was also a little bit fake. So I will say that. But besides that, what do y'all think about the situation? I think you need to stop viewbotting. If you already are viewbotting, stop it soon or else you will be fried. All right. I'm going to keep it to me. That's really it. Appreciate y'all for watching. Stay Sky Crew, stay fly. We out. All right.